I've got loads of childhood memories, but none of them are really good. I don't think you remember the good stuff. Being in the house, Mum out in the pub, or Mum comatose in bed, and setting fire to the bedroom to keep my brother and sister warm because it was cold.
I can remember Lorraine setting the bedroom on fire, and I were only young then, I was probably only about 5. But still to this day, if you talk about it to me aunties and stuff, and they'll say, we don't know which one of yous it was. And I'm like, it won't be, because I can actually remember it to this day. She was messing with matches and the mattress caught fire.
You know, back then you didn't have the double glazing and stuff that you get now. You know, house was horrible, no carpets, no central heating, locked in a room with no door handle. And standing at the window shouting for help, you know, because the fire had got out of control.
But I think, I don't know if, I think it were actually me. When we shut the bedroom door, the handle fell off the door on the inside, so we couldn't get back out. So there were only handle on outside. But I think it was me that actually brought that, because I think I started unscrewing it with a knife or something. Just being mad kids.
My mum used to take the door handles off, and she used to come in the bedroom and check there was no knife or forks, because if you got a knife or fork you could put the handle in to get out of the door. And we never used to get out of the room until Mum was up and she was ready to sort of release us from a prison, if you like.
I can actually remember my mum when we lived at Edging Gardens. I can always remember her staying up late writing. But well, now I know what it was, do you know what I mean? But when we were kids, we never knew what she was doing. But she used to stay up late and just write and write and write and write. She'd have like A4 sheets of paper, just loads of them on bed, and then, because I can remember Andrew once pulled them off at bed and she had to re-sort them out and put them back in order.
I can just remember banging and banging and banging on the window, trying to get out.
And there were a woman that lived about 2 doors down, and she was a bus driver. Well, it were her husband who got a ladder up to the back window and got us out the window, and I can remember my mum, she was going to stay crazy. It was mad. That was mad, that was.
You know, Mum was never a touchy-feely person, and she didn't give us cuddles, and she didn't tell us she loved us, and she didn't give us kisses. We got clouts round the head and smacked all the time and shouted at, that was it. And regardless of what all my family seemed to think, the sexual abuse was from somebody they knew. I don't know whether she didn't believe it or she just didn't want to believe it, but she still left me in a position where it got repeated again. can I forgive her? If she was alive today, I'd have a lot to say to her. One of the reasons I hated her was because I couldn't tell her exactly how I felt as a child and the way she brought me up. So no, I can't forgive her.
Andrea Dunbar is 18 years old. When she was 15, she wrote a play set in Bradford, where she was brought up. Through friends, the play was sent to the Royal Court Theatre in London, where it's now having a successful run in the theatre upstairs. Max Stafford Clark is directing the play, Andrea's First, as part of the Young People's Theatre Festival.
Well, I'd just become artistic director of the Royal Court. So I read the plays submitted to the Young Writers Festival, and one outstanding one was, in fact, The Arbor, Andrea's first play, which was written in green ink on a school exercise book, which had been, the pages had been ripped out.
Oh, I'm going to bed. I'll see you when I get it.
Why won't you tell me who it is?
Because I don't want to. Oh, OK, it's your life. Do what you want.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
But don't come running to me when people start calling you.
Oh, I'm a big girl now. I can look after myself.
Oh, do what you want.
I will, don't worry.
So I met Andrea, and it was an extraordinary first interview with a writer, who at that point was staying in a battered wives' home in Keighley, because she'd never been out of Yorkshire before, never been in a theatre.
Nowadays, people want to face up with what's actually happening, because it's actually what's said. And you write what's said. You don't lie. If you're writing about something that's actually happened, you're not going to lie and say, oh, it didn't happen when it did all the time. The Arbor by Andrea Dunbar.
As soon as you have enough money for you and that baby, you can get out.
Ah, oh, fuck off. You're the one that needs kicking out.
Fuck off. Get out of my sight before I kill you.
You hit me, and I'll hit you back, and you get it off our David and all when it gets in.
Fucking David won't get into it, me. If you don't shut up, you won't be here much longer.
I'll call now me if you want.
Yeah, fuck off then.
No, you get out. No, you won't, will you? Because you know nobody would have you, because you know fucking good.
Oh, shut up.
She's more like me than not. I wrote more or less about my feelings. I call the play The Arbor because the street I lived on is called Bradford Arbor. It's always known as The Arbor. And a lot of these things actually happened on the street.
They used to do like a pen thing in the middle. That was like full of glass. There'd be people having bonfires on the field, and they did make you feel welcome though. They were friendly people, but it's like my Uncle Tony. He used to be one of the ones that used to sit round the fire and have a drink, and they'd throw potatoes on it and stuff like that. It were all mad. Even I used to sit round fires with them when I was younger.